As a car journalist with a passion for motorsport, I would like to welcome all enthusiasts and fans of speed to our 4 Wheels News channel. Here you will find the latest news, in-depth reviews, car tests and complete coverage of the world's most exciting motoring events. Subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to receive all updates firsthand. In the 2023 edition of the 24 Hours of Le Mans, the Ferrari evcars team took victory in the hypercar category. The centenary race was marked by an epic dispute with the Toyota Gazoo racing team. Over the last 10 years, Ferrari evcars has seen remarkable growth in regional sports car racing in Europe, climbing through the ACO ranks from Michelin to the hypercar class. After competing in the LMP3 and LMP2 categories, they finally won the World Championship and achieved a podium finish at Le Mans. This achievement will certainly be remembered for a long time. Furthermore, it is important to mention that the Chip Ganassi racing team had an excellent performance in Le Mans, this victory significant for being the first time that a Polish team wins a class in Le Mans and the team's second victory in the LMP2 class, after his opening win earlier this year in Abu Dhabi. For Greg Kyanamilla, who is racing his last Le Mans, not only helping the team, but personally contributing to the success of the sport. Now we are going to present the 10 hypercar of the best-known teams that participated in Le Mans 2023, with photos and videos of each hypercar. The Toyota GR010 Hybrid, LMDh category, has been the target of all manufacturers competing in the WEC, World Endurance Championship, although Alpine's Ulrike Gibson LMP1 car still remains competitive. Equipped with a 3.5L twin-turbo V6 engine, 500 kilowatts per 680 horsepower before BOP, the Toyota chassis works in conjunction with a battery and electric motors, and is in its second season. Although it was released in May 2021, Toyota's GR010 has seen a significant leap forward over its hypercar competitors. Toyota is looking for its 6th consecutive victory in the 24 Hours of Le Mans and has the GR010 Hybrid tuned for its extension in the endurance races. So far in the 2023 FIA WEC season, Toyota Gazoo Racing has already claimed victories in the 1,000 miles of Sebring, 6 hours of Portimao and 6 hours of Spa-Francorchamps, maintaining its dominance in the category. The Japanese team, which currently leads the FIA Endurance Hypercar Constructors' Championship with a 33-point lead over Ferrari, is chasing another victory at Le Mans. The Toyota GR010 Hybrid is the successor to the Toyota TS050 Hybrid, which competed in the WEC from 2016 to 2020, winning 2 consecutive world titles and 3 consecutive victories at the 24 Hours of Le Mans from 2018 to 2020. The design of the GR010 was inspired by the Toyota Concept GR Super Sport, presented at the 2018 Tokyo Auto Salon. Its engine is a 3.5L twin-turbo V6, combined with a lithium-ion battery hybrid system. With all the modifications and technological advances, Toyota hopes to maintain its supremacy in the WEC, but will have to overcome some tough competition to achieve its 6th consecutive victory at Le Mans. The season promises to be an exciting one as Toyota looks to continue its successful run in endurance racing. I heard the engine of this Toyota hypercar. The appearance of a factory Ferrari at the front of the field marks the final verification of the hard work by the FIA and the ACO in shaping this new set of rules for endurance racing. Ferrari's new hypercar, called the 499P, is a pure prototype that features an extraordinarily complex and prominent rear wing, being the complete opposite of Peugeot in terms of design. The 499P is equipped with a ubiquitous 3.0L biturbo V6 engine, with an output of 520 kilowatts per 707 horsepower before BOP, balance of performance, and has a Ferrari chassis, in addition to having a front-mounted electric motor, similar to the Peugeot. In the 2023 FIA WEC season, Ferrari evcars cars will be driven by Ferrari GT's longtime partners, the evcars team. Furthermore, they made their debut together with Ferrari's new 296 GT3. This return by Ferrari to the premier class of endurance racing is highly anticipated, as the Italian marque has a long and distinguished history in the 24 hours, including 9 wins overall. The name 499P is a reference to Ferrari's tradition of naming its prototypes with the letter P preceded by the displacement number. That tradition is continued with the 499P, a nod to the Italian manufacturer's history. Ferrari evcars has already enjoyed success in the hypercar class with the 499P, taking pole position in the 1,000 miles of Sebring. Furthermore, the car finished second at the 6 Hours of Portimao and third at the 6 Hours of Spa-Francorchamps. These achievements demonstrate that Ferrari is gaining experience and progressing in the Premier class, even though Toyota is the overwhelming favorite to win. In the FIA Endurance Hypercar Constructors' Championship, Ferrari is currently second in the standings. Thus, Ferrari returns to endurance racing with the 499P, seeking to reaffirm its legacy and compete with strength in the most important competitions in the sport. Let's hear this Hypercars engine from inside the cockpit. The Peugeot 9x8 is a remarkable innovation on the endurance racing scene and stands out for its unique features. As a car news reporter, we're going to tackle this subject impartially, without plagiarism, and by providing relevant additional information. The Peugeot 9x8 represents Peugeot's return to endurance racing and was designed to compete in the Le Mans Hypercar (LMDh) category of the FIA World Endurance Championship. This prototype sports car was developed to make the most of the freedom granted by the new hypercar category regulations. One of the striking innovations of the 9x8 is the absence of the traditional rear wing, replaced by optimized aerodynamics under the bodywork. This creative approach seeks to improve the vehicle's aerodynamic performance. The heart of the Peugeot 9x8 is made up of a 2.6L biturbo V6 engine, capable of generating 520 kilowatts per 707 horsepower of power before BOP, balance of performance, restrictions. In addition, the car features a battery-electric hybrid system, providing a combination of power and efficiency. The 9x8's chassis is developed by Peugeot itself, showing the brand's expertise in building high-performance cars. Importantly, Peugeot has a rich history in endurance racing, most notably its victories at the 24 Hours of Le Mans. The Peugeot 9x8 is the successor to the winning models Peugeot 905 and Peugeot 908, which won Le Mans in 1992, 1993, and 2009 respectively. This new hypercar carries on the legacy of the French brand in motorsport, characterized by high-performance models and a strong visual identity. As part of a brand project around the neo-performance concept, Peugeot collaborated with artist J. Dembski to create a unique paint scheme for the two 9x8 cars in celebration of the brand's centenary. This partnership seeks to unite art and speed, adding an artistic dimension to the world of racing. In terms of racing performance, Peugeot faced challenges typical of a new car on its debut at Monza. Despite this, the team demonstrated a competitive pace. The best result of the Peugeot 9x8 so far was a fifth place for car number 94 in the 6 Hours of Portimao. However, the aerodynamic concept of the 9x8 is expected to benefit most on the long straights of the 24 Hours of Le Mans circuit. Although Peugeot led part of the 24 Hours of Le Mans, it also faced reliability issues and driver errors, which put it in an unfavorable position in the standings. Let's hear the noise of the Peugeot 9x8 battery-electric hybrid engine inside the cockpit. Porsche Penske Motorsport and its new endurance racing program with the Porsche 963 car. Porsche has chosen the LMDh route for its new program, which includes participation in the WEC and IMSA series. The Porsche 963 features a multimatic chassis and has been styled with references to the 1980s Group C legends, the 956 and 962. In addition, it is powered by a Porsche 4.6L twin-turbo V8 hybrid engine, derived from the one used in the RS Spyder, with a power of 680 horsepower before BOP, balance of performance, restrictions. The Porsche 963 has its DNA based on the RS Spyder, with which the German brand and the Penske team triumphed several times between 2005 and 2008. Its design was inspired by the winners of the 956 and 962 in the 1980s. Rear-mounted continuous light, similar to the distinguishing feature of the last generation 992 Porsche 911. Porsche is extremely committed to increasing its record of wins in endurance racing to 20, and to achieve this goal, it has made the Porsche 963 available to customer teams. Hertz Team Hoda has already debuted the car at the 6 Hours of Spa-Francorchamps in the FIA WEC this season. The Porsche Penske Motorsport team is currently third in the FIA Endurance Hypercar Constructors' Championship standings. The team's Porsche 963 faced significant reliability issues during the race, despite having gone through a grueling testing program earlier. In FIA WEC events, the team finished 5th and 6th in the 1,000 miles of Sebring, with car number 6 taking 3rd place at the 6 Hours of Portimao and car number 5 achieving 4th place at the Total Energies de Spa-Francorchamps. Let's hear the noise of the Porsche 4.6L bi-turbo V8 hybrid engine of this hypercar from inside the cockpit. The Cadillac V-Series R, also known as the Cadillac V-LMDh, is a sports prototype developed by the American automaker Cadillac in collaboration with the Italian chassis builder Dallara. Designed in accordance with the regulations of the Le Mans Daytona age category, the car made its debut in the IMSA SportsCar Championship at the 24 Hours of Daytona endurance race, which marked the start of the season. Additionally, the vehicle is competing in the FIA World Endurance Championship for the current 2023 season, in the hypercar category. The American Chip Ganassi team is responsible for Cadillac's participation, with 3 cars competing in both championships. Car number 2, which will participate in the WEC Championship, will have a distinctive blue livery. The drivers who will be behind the wheel are Earl Bamber, Alex Lynn and Richard Westbrook. Unlike many of its turbo competitors, Cadillac has chosen to go its own way, combining a naturally aspirated Cadillac 5.5 LDOHC V8 engine with a hybrid LMDh control module. The engine, known as the LMC55R, is a high-revving twin-camshaft unit with a flat crank as a spec energy recovery system. This unit is a variant of the engine present in the latest Corvette C8R Racer and the new Z06 road car. This combination should give the Cadillac V-Series R a unique sound and presence in the WEC field. Based on the images released from the final stages of testing at the Daytona Bowl, we can expect the car to have a spectacular entry into the WEC. In addition to the V-Series R, Cadillac also unveiled the Project GTP Hypercar, which anticipates the third generation of the American luxury brand's racing car. In 2023, Cadillac will compete in the IMSA WeatherTech SportsCar Championship and the FIA World Endurance Championship, including the iconic 24 Hours of Le Mans. "We are all excited to return to Le Mans after 20 years, said Rory Harvey, Cadillac's global vice president. By competing in the 2023 IMSA and WEC championships, Cadillac Racing will have the opportunity to showcase its capabilities, craftsmanship and technology, marking the brand's return to the world racing scene. Let's hear the roar of this Cadillac Hypercar's 5.5 LDOHC V8 hybrid engine from inside the cockpit. BMW chose to go the LMDh route and unveiled its Dallara-based V8M hybrid, with a launch livery that is sure to stand out. The company later confirmed that the car will be powered by an evolution of its former DTM racing V8 engine, called the P66/3. This engine is a 4-liter V8 biturbo, has 32 valves and is equipped with DOHC technology. It delivers an output of 477 kilowatts with the combustion engine alone and 500 kilowatts when combined with the hybrid system. The hybrid system features 2 rear-mounted 50 kilowatts MGUs supplied by Bosch. The transmission is a 7-speed Strac P1359 reinforced with carbon fiber. That car will join BMW's model lineup in the World Endurance Championship (WEC) in 2024. However, in 2023 it will compete exclusively in IMSA. With this participation, BMW returns to the top division of sports prototype racing since the BMW V12 LMR in 1999. The board of directors of the BMW Group approved the development of the LMDh car in 2021. About a year later in 2022, the BMW M Hybrid V8 was officially launched in Verano di Meligari, Italy. The development and testing of this complex hybrid car was carried out in a short period, preparing it for its debut in a particularly challenging race. In addition, BMW has confirmed its participation in the FIA World Endurance Championship from 2024. The brand's intention is to take the car to contest the 24 Hours of Le Mans in 2024, marking the 25th anniversary of its victory with the BMW V12 LMR. Let's hear the noise of the 4L DOHC DTM V8 biturbo engine, called the P66/3, from the BMW M from inside the cockpit. The Alpine Elf Matte Mud Endurance Team presented the A480 destined for the hypercar class at the 89th edition of the 24 Hours of Le Mans, which took place on the 21st and 22nd of August. The value of the Alpine brand has grown significantly since the arrival of Luca de Meo at the helm of the French company. Alpine is one of the few manufacturers that is present in both Formula One and the World Endurance Championship (WEC) at the same time. In WEC competition, Alpine is initially competing in the LMH class in partnership with the Rebellion Racing Team, utilizing an Oreca chassis and a Gibson GL 458 4.5-liter V8 engine with aluminum direct injection and a DOHC. This engine has an output of 670 brake horsepower, 679 PS, 500 kilowatts, in hypercar configuration and will be supplied by Gibson technology. The car is also equipped with Michelin tires as required by hypercar class regulations. From 2024, Alpine plans to migrate to the LMDh, Le Mans Daytona H, class, introducing a new home-developed Alpine A424 hypercar. This change demonstrates the brand's ambition to remain competitive in motorsport and take advantage of the opportunities provided by regulatory changes. CEO of Alpine expressed his satisfaction with the brand's participation in the WEC and highlighted the importance of motorsport for Alpine. He mentioned that Alpine and motorsport have been closely linked since the brand's return to endurance in 2013 and that Alpine has had fantastic victories in that time. He emphasized that now is the right time to join the top class of the WEC and that Alpine is ready to compete at the highest level of motorsport. Regarding the current activities of the Alpine Elf Endurance Team, the focus is on the qualifying sessions. In addition to the activities on the track, Alpine Cars presented the 2024 A424 Sierra Leonean Leones Mans at the Alpine Paddock Center, after a fun parade. Let's hear the rumble of the Gibson GL 458 4.5-liter V8 engine from inside the cockpit. US-based racing team Glickenhaus Racing has been a standout in the hypercar class since 2021, participating in the FIA World Endurance Championship (FIA WEC). In addition to competing successfully, taking 2 pole positions and 3 podiums, the team has a unique achievement. They were the only ones to build and develop with the achievement of a road-going version of their race car, the SCG-007. The innovative and competitive spirit of the team, allowing even the small fish to compete on equal terms with the big corporate brands. The SCG-007 is an LMH class car and has a PIPO 3.5L V8 bi-turbo engine, producing a power of 697 horsepower before BOP, balance of performance. The chassis is designed and built by the Glickenhaus team, while the aerodynamics were developed in collaboration with Sauber. Recently the team decided to change their usual red livery to a new pale blue scheme and took pole position in the race. However, the competition is getting fiercer for Glickenhaus Racing as a number of other top brands such as Porsche, Ferrari, Cadillac, Peugeot and Van Wall join the hypercar class. The team faced some challenges, such as abandoning the 1,000 miles of Sebring, but quickly recovered, taking 8th place at the 6 Hours of Portimao and 13th place at the 6 Hours of Spa-Francorchamps. Currently, Glickenhaus Racing is ranked 6th in the FIA Endurance Hypercar Manufacturers Championship standings. Therefore, Glickenhaus Racing is consolidating itself as a promising team in the hypercar class, competing impressively and challenging the great brands of motorsport. Let's hear the noise of the PIPO 3.5L V8 bi-turbo engine, producing a power of 697 horsepower from inside the cockpit. In June 2019, Van Wall Racing Team, formerly known as Bicals Racing, announced its commitment to the new Le Mans hypercar regulations in the FIA World Endurance Championship, which would come into effect in the 2021 season. Initially called the PMC Project LMH, during the 2021 season, but the launch was delayed to the 2022 season. However, the team faced a hurdle when its bid to race in the 2022 FIA World Endurance Championship was rejected by the FIA and ACO due to the car not completing the homologation process. No explanation was provided as to why Bicals was unable to secure a spot on the 2022 WEC grid, with team principal Calls saying only that his team would be ready to race next year if it gets a welcome. In 2023, the team went through some changes. Bicals Racing was officially rebranded as the Van Wall Racing Team, and the car was named the Van Wall Vandervelde 680, in honor of Van Wall founder Tony Vandervelde. The team has received FIA and ACO approval to race in the 2023 FIA World Endurance Championship. Importantly, the Van Wall Vandervelde 680 is a racing car designed and built by the Van Wall Racing Team to the Le Mans hypercar regulations. The car features a 5.8-liter naturally aspirated Gibson GL 458 V4 engine with an output of 500 kilowatts, 680 horsepower, 671 horsepower, a carbon fiber composite monocoque chassis and makes use of Michelin tires. However, the Van Wall Racing Team's participation in the 2023 Sierra Leonean Leones Mans race has not been successful. The team faced suspension issues early in the race, which compromised their performance. Furthermore, clutch problems and a subsequent engine failure resulted in a rather difficult race for the team. These issues contributed to a disastrous result, leaving the Bicals/Van Wall operation in a ranked position last 14 years ago. Bicals now returns to the WEC, having secured the naming rights to the Van Wall team that raced in Formula 1 from 1954 to 60, winning the inaugural Constructors' title in '58. Let's hear the rumble of the Gibson GL 458 5.8-liter naturally aspirated V4 engine from inside the cockpit. Acura has unveiled the ARX06 LMDh, a challenger that will compete in the new GTP class of the IMSA WeatherTech SportsCar Racing Championship in 2023. This is a racing sports prototype from the American brand Acura, manufactured by Oreca and designed by Honda Performance Development. The car was developed to Le Mans Daytona regulations and will compete in the GTP class in the IMSA SportsCar Championship. The ARX-06 made its debut alongside other cars such as the BMW M Hybrid V8, Cadillac LMDh and Porsche 963 at the 2023 season opener of the IMSA SportsCar Championship at Daytona International Speedway. The ARX-06 engine is a twin-turbo V6 with 24 valves, longitudinally mounted in the center of the car. It features a Bosch-supplied 50 kW MGU and a 7-speed Strack P1359 transmission with carbon fiber reinforced pneumatic clutch. The chassis is completely new and has been developed in collaboration with Oreca. It is worth mentioning that there is speculation about the possibility of renaming and redesigning the car as a Honda, due to the relationship between Acura and Honda. Also, it's interesting to mention that Acura is a former IMSA champion under the old Daytona Prototype regulations. The ARX-06 is physically larger than its predecessor, the ARX-05, and features beefier brakes, suspension and steering rack. The design of the ARX-06 incorporates stylistic elements from Acura's production cars, following the guidelines of the GTP class, which allow greater design freedom compared to street cars. A peculiar feature of the Acura GTP is the distinctive sound it emits under heavy braking, drawing attention during races. In addition to the ARX-06, there are plans to launch a Lamborghini LMDh competitor in 2024, developed on a Ligier chassis. However, currently not many details are known about this car. It is also important to mention the revival of the Van Wall brand by the dubaicars racing team, but unfortunately the team was turned down to participate in the 2022 WEC season. Let's hear the noise of the engine of the ARX-06 is a biturbo V6 with 24 valves from inside the cockpit. Stay tuned to our channel for more exciting updates in the world of cars, with the aim of bringing you relevant information and entertainment of quality and automotive excellence. Until the next video, share our videos to help the channel grow and don't forget to subscribe and activate the bell to receive new videos. Drive safely and keep chasing your dreams.